Ira Gitlin here at the dog park outside of Alexandria, well, in Alexandria, Virginia, with friends all around. We've just been playing, but hey Ira.
Yes.
This is what's in your case.
All right. Well, you know, the usual big strings, you know, something to clean off the instrument with. You get into the box here.
That's where all the good stuff.
Okay, there's a handle because this one's about to break.
You carry an extra. I've never seen anyone carry an extra handle to their instrument.
Well, that's because this is it's a cheap handle. It's going to break one of these days. Stickers that say, "Sure, what key?"
Can I have one?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
This
is how this works. I always get good stuff.
You know,
okay, let me show you this.
My little bag of banjo tools, various bridges. These are Rick Sampson bridges. That normally I use more standard bridges, but every now and then I like to put one of these on because it.
What's the difference?
Well, these are heavy, and often some of them are made of different kinds of wood that you. So.
I see two different kinds of woods. It looks like.
Yeah, well, this is maple and ebony, which is pretty standard, but it's his design, which is heavier, and it gives it a creamier, more muted kind of sound, which can be neat, especially for less traditional stuff. Alison Brown endorses his bridges. You know, when you think about the kind of tone she gets.
Yes.
More bridges, more bridges. A name tag that was made for me. I taught a class, and one of the guys in the class had a company that did engraving and stuff, so we made name badges for everybody in the class with their instruments. But where it gets interesting, more bridges than I need, capo, but picks, of course.
And you keep your money for in Europe too.
Well,
whoa.
This is from Kyrgyzstan.
That's a good one.
And that is a komuz. I forget the name of that thing.
So do you collect currency that has instruments, or
not
just
really?
Currency?
But you know, I did a couple of tours for the State Department with Bob Perilla, Big Hillbilly Bluegrass, and we were in Kyrgyzstan and 4 other countries on one tour about 7 years ago. In fact, 7 years ago today, I was probably in Croatia, I'm thinking. Then on another tour, this is Mauritania, which is in kind of at the edges of the Sahara.
Wow.
And they've got traditional instruments on that.
You know what?
I'm not sure what they're called. Is that a kora or something like a kora? And that's not sure. But what I love that they've got, you know, their national culture there on it. That would be like having the banjo on the dollar bill.
I think it's time. I think it's time. Why can't we have more stuff on our currency? Yeah. We only get people and not weird pyramids with eyes.
In Italy, they've got Ralph Stanley on their money.
No,
actually, it's actually not. It's actually Maria Montessori, the famous educator.
You totally had me.
But
Ralph Stanley, really?
A friend of mine sent this to me when he was in Italy. Says they love bluegrass. They love it so much they put
That's good. So, don't let it blow
Maria
away.
Montessori in her old age, and then of course lost all my money.
Yeah, there might be different names. If it's like a banjo, it's like an angoni or something like.
Angoni or actually
there's a bunch of different names.
There's a hodu and a titanit.
Good lordy. Let's see.
Where's the more? Here's the more.
Let's look.
Awesome. Oh yeah. So yeah, those are definitely the two. Oh, if it's got a bow, I don't know what it's called then.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks like a knob, but
we did this one concert with a local group.
That's so cool.
How big is it? The one with the bow? Have you seen it? Because I've got one on my wall. I do at home.
I don't know.
I'll take a shot of it.
But we have we did this show in Nouakchott, the capital of Mauritania, with a local group, and we'd always do these things where we'd play a set, they'd play a set, and then we'd play some songs together. And one of the musicians, we had met them a few days before, and I told them I was interested in banjo-like instruments and asked if they knew of any. And their drummer actually played one of these, so he brought it to it. And I have some video in a format that I can't share with anyone of him playing this thing backstage, and it's this little thing with this oval skin-covered body, and I think 2 or 3 strings. And
it's a round neck with
right.
Yeah, that's what I've got. That's what.
And there's this one tune he played, which he said was a traditional tune, and it sounds like it's got all of American roots music in it. There's part of it that sounds like Cripple Creek, part of it that sounds like that, you know, that ZZ Top rhythm, you know, bump, 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 you know, that part of it that sounded like Chuck Berry's, you know, downstroke guitar thing. You know,
so probably filtered that way, as opposed to.